Hello, this is Les again, and this is take 4, and I want to come through with some rich information this time. My success of 1991, when I was present before God, and lots of other things at that time. I was asking myself the question about the Bible. It seems all those biblical stories, they all happened in that biblical era. And that was 2,000 years ago. And I'm asking the question, why no biblical type stories and experiences happening since that time? Well, honestly, I'm absolutely shattered, because lo and behold, and that is the appropriate way to put it, lo and behold, I had a biblical experience of my own, involving God, the chakras, the energy dimension, the metaphysical dimension, lots of things. You know, was it that I was bold enough, because I was bold enough to ask the question, why aren't we having biblical type stories involving God happening today? Maybe somebody had to just come along and ask that question, and it was me. And I got this fantastic experience. And you know what? I've got this badge on. I'm going to show it again. The badge, Achieve. I'm going to have that with me all the time now, because what I've achieved is phenomenal. You know, I don't like to be big-headed and say so myself, but it is. That's the truth. I've achieved something phenomenal. I'm not even Einstein, or the nearest I can get is a guy called William Blake. He was pretty good at seeking out the truth. And I'm wondering if I've knocked him off pole position. Yeah, that's how. But today I can tell you that because of YouTube and that allowing me to get my information out, how excited I am, because I've been waiting since 1991. I've tried LBC without any luck whatsoever. But YouTube have done me a great favour, because I'm telling you straight, this is a fantastic experience I've had, and I want people to appreciate it as much as I do. You know, I've had a biblical type story happen in this present age, involving God and many aspects of existence. And of course I want to share it with people. And I'm now, because of YouTube, I feel fulfilled, because at last I can get my information out on YouTube, and that is fantastic. I'm not kidding. Today I cried, because this is a 70-year fulfillment. I've showed you the Achieve badge, and I've had that 70 years, and finally it's fulfilled. I've got a means of conveying my story. You know, when we're talking about the Bible and similar events happening today, you know, it tells me that God was alive then and God is alive now, today. Is all we have to do is get on the right track. You see, we're seriously on the wrong track, I feel. Let me give you an example. Most people think that being a multi-millionaire is success. Well, I'm telling you, it's not. You know what it is? It's failure. And I'll tell you why. All these multi-millionaires, are icons of a system that's taking us in the direction towards the finite. Now, I hope most people can understand that. I mean, I say things maybe I understand easily, but maybe some people don't understand that. But no wonder we couldn't find God, because we're heading in the direction towards the finite. And God is of the infinite. So you don't expect to find God in the finite, do you? It's as simple as that. Now, I had to make a leap from the finite to the infinite to attract the interest of God. Actually, I looked for God until he found me. That's how it worked out. And I tell you, today I was so overjoyed. I was crying with happiness. Yeah, I was crying because my quest has been fulfilled. And I must say that I'm going to do all I can to try and get as much information out on YouTube, which are, I can't tell you how much I appreciate YouTube. You know, they're a godsend for a person like me that's had such an experience like me. And I was filled with joy, and the tears were flowing. And I thought to myself, that's all right. Even tough guys cry, and I'm a tough guy. Yeah, I've proved I'm a tough guy by getting at the truth. You come through some hard times, believe me. I've been through them. But I was so overjoyed that I've succeeded. You know, I've won this badge. I might have to show you again. That badge is like gold to me, because that's what kicked me off from the age of 14. And I'm really, really overjoyed. I'm old and I'm sick, but I'm full of what is it, love? I don't know. I'm full of joy. And I've got YouTube. I keep saying it, don't I? YouTube. Well, I do. I really do appreciate YouTube. You know, they've been a blessing to me. Yeah, I cried today. I cried over the fulfillment that at last I've got a place I can give out my findings in my truth-seeking career, you could say, because that's what I became. After getting that badge, Achieve, I've been a truth seeker ever since that. That's 70 years ago. I'm overjoyed. I'm thankful. Yeah, I'd like to stay in that area, but I think I'll go. I told you about the millionaires, didn't I? My thoughts on millionaires, that they're failures and not success. If they're taking us towards the, I forgot what it is now, the finite. If they're taking us towards the finite, how can that be success? You know, finite means finish. It's all over, brother. Kaput. Pack your bags, mate. There's no return trip. Probably ending some great disaster. But if we turn our attention towards the infinite, and that's where God is in the infinite. He's an infinite being. If we turn our attention towards that instead of all this money rubbish, no, if you're a multi-millionaire, you're a failure. Turn your attention towards the infinite. That's where God is. And that's where man's future would have been. But we got misled, didn't we? By that guy called Satan. Let me tell you something. This is my finding. I haven't read this or anything. This is entirely my finding. That ritual, the Black Rod ritual at Parliament, is an invitation for Satan in on man's affairs. And we have to get rid of it if we want to get rid of Satan, which is directing us in the negative path all the time. Get him. I don't care what you do with him. Just get him. Get him out of our lives. He's there in Parliament. That's where you would expect to find him, isn't it? That's where he is. Look what happens. Look what happens. Right. Black Rod comes walking down the path, all dressed in black, with his black rod. They slam the door in his face, and he knocks 3 times with his black rod on the door. They open the door and invite him in. That's exactly what Satan requires. Yeah, that's what he requires. He's to be invited in over the threshold. And then he's got you. And that means he's got us. And that's what's happening in this world. Why do you think all these different races are in this country now? Because he can play havoc with all these different races in the country. He can set this group against that group, and so many times do that. So we have to wake up. Right, another reason that Satan is here in Parliament, I tell you, let me go to Tony Blair. I remember Tony Blair giving an interview with a women's group, and he was telling this women's group why we have to go to war in Iraq. And all the time, Tony was looking down at the floor. He couldn't look them in the eyes, because what he was telling them was not coming from the heart. I could tell that easily. No problem whatsoever. What Tony Blair was saying at that time was not coming from the heart. He was being manipulated by the satanic force that was probably standing behind him. Right, so we've got to get rid of this black rod nonsense. I know they put it up as some sort of quaint old English security ritual with effect from what Guy Fawkes did. Yeah, they do. They tell you any lies, you know. But we got to get this guy out of Parliament. We've got to stop doing that black rod ritual. And then we've got to keep our eyes open for him. He may pop up in other places. It's not going to be easy to defeat this guy. Right. I've been quite forceful because actually I'm tired. Yeah. I'm tired, so I'm sort of, you know, I'm loosening up a bit and trying to get some energy going. And I've succeeded, I think. With that, knowing that Satan is at the helm, and of course the Bushes, they're Satanists. How about W's father? He's a paedophile. Look at the paedophiles we got in Westminster. Isn't that because that's what Satan wants? Come on, people, please wake up. I did, and I've advanced fantastically, you know. What a fantastic experience I've had directly with God. I can't tell you how much I appreciate talking to you by way of YouTube. I will talk on other things, no doubt. I've got other things to talk about, but for now, it's been nice knowing you, been nice talking to you, and peace be with you. Thank you.